Hi everybody, Scott Nell here with the Scott Nell team. I am here with Marty Stevens-Heebner of Clear Home Solutions, and the topic of today is how do I know what to bring to my new home? How do you know? If you've got a 7,000 square foot home and you're moving into a 2,000 square foot home, how do you know what to bring?
Well, there's that saying from Dolly Parton, trying to pour 10 pounds of mud into a 5-pound sack. So you got to be picky about what you take. And the best thing to start out with is just doing a floor plan, a 2-scale floor plan. We have a floor planning kit that's 2-scale with little magnetized cutout pieces that we use. But you can also just do it with a piece of graph paper or something like that, but measure carefully and measure your furniture, pick out your favorite pieces, and start placing it together. It's also a great stress reliever because you start getting a sense of your new home coming together.
Oh, I like that idea. They also have companies that will come in and actually draw it out for you too.
There you go.
It costs like $100 to do that.
Yeah, well,
which is a nice thing to have.
It's very handy.
And they have 3D renderings that you can do for $200 or $300 as well.
There's that exactly. That's really the real fancy stuff. We just work with the basic 2-scale kind of kits, but they're very handy and they really help. They will help your move go much faster too, because you can tape it. This is what we do. We tape the floor plan to the wall when you're moving in, and you just point to where things have to go, and it moves it along. You end up adjusting here and there. That's just normal, but you have a plan. So that's, I would say, the first thing to do, and that's with the furniture. Now you know what furniture you're taking, so you know what kind of drawers and that kind of space you have. Now you have to go through things like clothing and everything, garage and what have you. You want to pick your favorite and most useful items. That's the most important thing to think about. And especially if you're working with someone who's downsizing, that's a good thing to emphasize too. And especially if you're working with someone, be gentle. Don't insist, don't insult their things, because that's the fastest way to get somebody to put their feet in the mud. And who can blame them? These are often their treasures that they've had for years. So let them take time, create a keep, and there's always some trash, but like the keep and the donate/sell pile, and make a maybe pile, because sometimes all that has to do is that item has to sit in the maybe pile for a little while, like it's been acknowledged, and then at the end of the session you go revisit the maybe pile and most of it is ready to go. Or
like with my kids, if we have a maybe pile when we clear out their room, it all ends up back in their room. So don't do this with your kids. In this case, you can do it. Don't
adults,
do it with children.
Not so bad.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and if it doesn't work, let it go. If it doesn't fit, let it go. Because I've worked with clients who often say, especially when I'm working with older adults, because our culture really kind of makes it feel like they're being discarded.
Right. And
often they feel like that's what's happening with all their treasures from years gone by. And there's a wonderful woman I was working with, and she used to go to garage sales and buy these little plates with floral decoration on them, and she had scads of them. And she said, "Oh, well, I hate that these are just going to get tossed away." I said, No. We're going to donate these, and another you will come along who will love it just as much and be grateful that she found it.
Nicely put.
But it's true, because that's who she was when she found it at the garage sale. So now it's going to be somebody else who comes along, and that relieved her no end. And so it's emphasizing that it's not being cast away. You're giving it to someone else. You don't know them, but you're giving it to them, and that's really lovely.
Well, I like what you said earlier too, and that you're in deciding, you go with what matters most first.
Yes.
And you're also seeing, okay, what if there's items that you can sell, because that will help you obviously from the financial standpoint.
Oh, sure.
And then being able to give some to charity. To me, if you can give something to charity, and give back, it's so much easier knowing it went to the veterans, or it went to some type of shelter or something. So I think that's great.
Well, that's so true. You're not only giving it to someone else like you who will appreciate it, but also you are benefiting these wonderful organizations. That's a really beautiful thing to do.
Hey everyone, if you'd like more information about myself or my amazing team, check out scottnellteam.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.